It's your boy, Eric, and my boy, Lyman, and we are here for the Restaurant 360 podcast. What a guest. I'm stressed about this. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm very excited about this guest. You see him if you're on YouTube. If not, you're going to hear him in a moment. But we have Mr. Andrew Deegan, who is the GM of Double Cut at Kalahari.
Thank you.
We'll get the sound effects. You know, these are the early days.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be on this podcast and join you guys today.
Oh, man, my pleasure. Super excited about it.
You got that dialed in now?
I got that dialed in. Sorry. Yeah. Luckily, the tech crew's here to dial that back.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a hat today because it is snowing in April. So
disgusting. Hailing.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Can we talk about the weather?
Flurries.
I come outside, it's hailing out.
The weather disgusts me. What the hail? So Andrew, you're running Double Cut at Kalahari.
Yes.
If you're not from the Poconos and don't know Double Cut, it is located inside the largest water park. Is that one of the largest water parks in the United States?
It is. What just surpassed us was the Texas one that was just built on Round Rock.
Yeah, so of course, Texas, of course.
They built a new one.
Same owners.
Yep, same owners. They make one in Texas, and it's been in Round Rock. And I was actually fortunate to go up there and open that up in November 2020.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Wait, you went down there and opened it?
Yep. So I came in and they did the grand opening with the ribbon and everything like that. I went down there. We were obviously supposed to open up a little bit earlier, but because of COVID, we were still able to open it up in November 2020. They cut the ribbon. I helped open up Double Cut. I was there for 10 days and then, came back home.
Yeah, I heard something about that COVID thing.
The COVID?
I don't know much about
what's
it.
that? That's something new?
It's like a wind that whistles in from the west.
Speaking of when we're filming, this will actually go out today, so I can even, this is very relevant, but I believe
about today.
I believe Dr. Fauci today stated, if you believe in that thing, that it is no longer a pandemic. It is done.
Dun, dun, dun.
We are back to our normal lives. Yeah.
Because, dude, the impact,
Where are the
right?
sound effects?
The impact. Give us a little bit of that, especially because the hotel was closed for a while.
Yeah,
correct?
so we went back and forth on closings in the resort. And then when we were open, it was, first it was 25%. Then it was 50%, and then we had no bar at all, which killed us. You've seen how massive the bar is there.
Yeah.
And
stupidest thing ever, by the way. I don't care who hears that.
Yeah.
The dumbest fucking mitigation. The stupidest. And the fact that then people agreed it was okay to pull a high top up next to the bar and sit there, but not at the bar, is laughable.
So stupid.
Laughable. Yeah. I'm putting it out there. Stupid.
Another thing that I thought was pretty dumb was the day before Thanksgiving, one of the biggest drinking holidays of the year. People that were actually dining in our restaurant were not able to drink alcohol. He put a ban on that. You can't drink any alcohol. You could have a dinner reservation. You come in, you can have soda, water, juice, but you can't have any alcohol. Now I got to tell these people that are dining with us, we can't serve you a beer because, Governor Wolf said that we can't do that. So.
Dude, how crazy is that? I guess COVID just loved alcohol. COVID loved alcohol, so our government hated alcohol. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing ever.
It was the weirdest. It's weird. I do want to think it makes him. My eye is twitching a little bit right now.
We even had the bar where you had to go to the bar. You had to get something to eat. You couldn't. You couldn't just get a drink.
You couldn't get a cocktail.
Once the bars opened up, you had, anywhere you went, you had to get, you had a bag of chips. There you go.
Bag of chips. Real quick, tell me. You don't have to give me a number.
Okay.
Gross sales over $2 million.
Yes.
Over $3 million.
Yes.
Over awesome. 4.
Yes.
We at Double
Cut. The restaurant.
So we total revenue we had $4.5 million last year.
Good for you. My God.
Yikes.
How stressful is that for you?
Wait, how many seats?
And how many days?
So we have 44 tables. Max capacity at once is about 300 covers that we do in a sitting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your do you know your biggest guest count in one day? What when you were there?
Biggest one
lunch and dinner?
Probably
just dinner.
No, we just do dinner.
Just dinner.
Yeah, we do just dinner.
What are we doing wrong?
well, we can only sit. We can only sit 90 at a time.
I guess double capacity is the difference, right?
And we have the 3 dining rooms. So we have the bar area, then we have the main dining room, and then our private dining room as well. So our biggest thing was New Year's Eve was 2000 or previous New Year's Eve we did 562.
Wow, man.
Well, plus they charge like $700 for a steak too.
I think our prices are exactly the same actually.
Shh. No. Ours
close.
are way cheaper.
We are way so much cheaper.
Come on.
So, dude, talk to me about the stress of running a $4.5 million restaurant.
The stress is, it has ebbs and flows. what really brings me in is, the guests that come in, having a great experience. They're not just coming in to dine in your restaurant. They've kind of been in the water park, or they've been in other outlets, or wherever they are. They're on vacation. So the stress maybe would be, managing through tough times like COVID, making sure we had staff, going through the motions of being closed and, when to be open and the proper things to do. And then, with everything, the cost of rising, the cost of everything has went up.
Everything.
Gases went up. So kind of keeping everyone in check, making sure they're happy at where they are. We're going to go through slow times, we're going through busy times, but it's kind of coming together and making sure that we're giving the best experiences to the guests.
100%. What did you do to motivate your team during the hard times?
Motivating my team during the time is, where we're at right now is not permanent. You're going to have great times, you're going to have bad times, but they're never going to be consistent. You might be going through a hard time where it's a little bit slower, but, you stay with us, you're going to be making a lot of money, you're going to be giving those experiences to the guests. We're going to create the best team that we possibly can, and what I do the best is teamwork. Instead of looking out for one another, we always look out for each other. Teamwork is like the biggest thing, and that's what I've really strived for. And I have had people that have been there forever, and it's not been the easiest of times, but they've stuck because they trust the process and they're with us and they're team oriented.
How many years have you been there?
I've been there since we opened in 2017.
What did you start? What was your first position?
So Resort opened in 2015. Double Cut and Sortino's was the second phase that opened in 2017. I opened up as a train the trainer kind of thing. I was a server, but I kind of stepped in and kind of learned everything, was training people to come on to the restaurant.
You started at Double Cut as a server?
Yep, I started as a server.
How old are you?
29.
Oh, just a baby. He's just a baby human.
I started as a server.
Wow, in your 20s. Remember your 20s?
I do. Yeah, a little bit of them. Maybe the later part of them. Lyman does it. So you started as
That's pretty impressive, though, to walk in as a server, and now the general manager of a $4.5 million restaurant within 5 years.
Yep.
And a year and a half of that was a pandemic. So 33% of your career, you're dealing with a pandemic, and the rest of
Something
it,
you'll never see
server,
again.
and
That'll
then
never
back
happen
to
Hope not, knock on wood.
No.
general manager. You make more money now as a general manager than you did as a server,
Yes.
hopefully.
Yes.
Because that's not always the case.
Well, I
It's
think
not always the case, and I started off small, and then I made my way up until where I'm at now.
right, and I think that's that's something funny, and you'll know a lot about this, about dealing with that much team as you have there. Is it's funny you get I can't go to an assistant manager because I'll definitely make more money serving. But then I say to him, I said, dude, yeah, I get that, but there's got to be a little bit of a journey here, because when you get to the top, then you make the top money. So it's not.
Yeah, server, you
kinda
cap
get
out somewhere as a server. You cap
do. And
out.
do you want to do that forever?
And then you get comfortable with the money that you're making, then you never grow. You want to see that
Right.
growth. You want to see that 5-year, 10-year plan. And,
Of course.
you're
Right.
going to start
And
off small.
paid vacations
but the
and benefits.
end result
yeah.
is huge.
Benefits, pay vacation, 401k, that stuff.
Yes.
That doesn't happen. And let's hope that maybe someday we do figure it out in the restaurant industry. I think there's a big push now because of how hard it is to get staff, that we do figure out how our servers become, quote unquote.
Can you imagine if you could offer?
Air quotes, a real job.
Can you imagine if you could offer healthcare to servers?
It would be awesome. All servers.
Yeah.
That's a
Like,
game changer.
oh yeah,
And
here,
we do offer health
You
care
do.
to them.
Do they-
Yeah,
do you-
so they just have to be full time.
Heard,
So it's
do
about 30 hours a week, and you're able to get benefits.
Is it? Do they pay into it, or is it all covered?
So it's all covered. They pay a little bit into it. There's 3 types of plans that we have.
I'm going to work for Kalahari. Then. Can I serve
And,
for Kalahari?
as long as you average 30 hours a week, you're considered full time. Even that 40 hours is full time, but we do 30 hours.
That's awesome.
And you're able to get benefits.
So
which
that
really helps.
how
us out
huge
a
is
lot.
that? I was going to say
It's huge.
that retains a ton of employment.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's a really big thing. that we do.
how did you guys figure that out?
Well, it's Kalahari. It's a pretty big company, but
What does that mean? Oh, I mean, so that's like, you have a policy for thousands and thousands
Yeah.
of
yeah, it's
employees.
probably, that's what I was going to say. They
Yeah.
probably take all of their employees, and it's the same thing. It's actually the same exact thing.
So we
as-
just get stomped on.
That's
Dude,
the-
our policies are out
What's
of
it
control.
called? What am I thinking of? The PRLA is
like
fighting
a universal or like
Yeah, like where
a conglomerate or
20
something.
restaurants would come together and would buy into a plan.
20 independent
Yeah.
restaurants.
Independent restaurants.
And
yeah.
then buy into a plan is how you get affordable healthcare,
Yeah.
which is probably exactly what Kalahari's done.
And that's a big thing too. If people have that health care and where everything we're going through and people getting sick, it really helps them out a lot.
Yeah,
How many
it's great.
locations does Kalahari have?
So we have 4 currently. The first one was in Wisconsin Dells,
Yep.
Wisconsin. That's been a little over 20 years now. I think they just had their 20-year anniversary. The other one's Sandusky, Ohio. That was the second one. Third one, Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania. Fourth one is Round Rock, Texas. And then we're going to do one in Virginia. It's coming up.
Oh, nice.
Next one, yeah.
Can you tell me how much Kalahari does in revenue?
All four?
Yeah, as a company. You don't know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it's a lot of money.
Give me a guess.
That's more. It's got to be in the billions. Got to be billion.
Billions?
Has to be.
I don't know about billions.
100%. So I'm just throwing that out
That's
there.
like, that would be 250 million each property would make $1 billion. Am I thinking about that right?
If I would guess, I'd say about 350 million. That's what I would guess.
350.
Yeah. I mean, each one probably does,
right.
I'm
overshooting
60, $70 million a year.
Yeah. Right.
Times 4, 280, 300 million, something like that. So,
yeah, just close to what, just kind of what me and you do here at the Chop.
all right, now tell me.
60, 70 million a year.
Because he'll never listen to this. You like Todd?
I do.
He's a cool dude, right? We met him too. All right, you passed the test. We have him on speed dial.
No, he's a really cool dude. We knew him.
No, he's awesome. He doesn't come in, with a suit and tie on and
jeans,
super corporate
t-shirt guy.
jean and t-shirt.
Yeah.
He gives back. He just did. If you were working through the pandemic, he just gave everyone $1,000.
That's awesome.
In their check if they were working from February 2021 to now. So he gives back. We just did the Kalahari funds where it kind of helps people out in need by giving back. People can give some of their paycheck towards that fund and stuff like that. And he's a really great person to work for. The family's great to work for, and that's why I fell in love with the company and would stay with them for so long.
Yeah, I met him like twice, and his daughter's super cool too. When they were opening this place up here, they came in often. I'm not going to come up with her name. Natasha.
Yep, yes. That's one of his
so
daughters.
Good at that name stuff.
Yes, and her husband. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, her husband's name is not following me right now. It's not a good test.
So anyway, they came in. Lee, Tasha and Lee. No. Anyway,
I feel good about it.
They came in often when they were opening this property. Super cool people. I sat down with them multiple times back when I used to be here at the restaurant every night.
Yeah.
Now I'm here like every day or like every other day. And had a lot of great conversations with them. Just very cool people, but super smart and making tons of money and creating tons of money and economy for the local community, which is great. I'm going to tell a quick story because I see Eric's ready to jump in here. I'm going to tell a quick story about the Kalahari's generosity, which I think is really cool. So they did the first full year in operation, they had their Christmas party here for the upper management. Mm-hmm. So there was 34. I bet you were probably still serving at the time. Yeah. It was probably 2018.
Yeah,
Christmas.
Right? At the time, yep.
So they had the company party for upper management, right? So let's say there was 30 guests here, right? They bought out the restaurant on a Wednesday night and ended up spending like $10,000. Todd just was like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Great. So each manager, when they walked in, got a gift bag with a iPad in it and like some other stuff, right? And then the giveaways were like anyway, to cut to the chase, the one giveaway was a 65-inch flat screen, whatever the newest technology was. Mm-hmm. Probably like at that time, now you can get them for like $70, right? At Best Buy. At that time, it was probably like a $2,500 TV.
Yeah.
Or maybe $3,000 TV, right? Everyone was like, oh, wow, that was the prize, right? So they were doing a raffle, right? So they call out the number, 87. That's Jim Smith. Jim? No, he's not. Is it at the bar? No, Jim? Right? I'm making up a name, right?
Yeah.
And then the savages in the back are like, pull another name. He's not here. Pull another ticket. People are like, yeah, pull the ticket. And then someone's like, whoa, wait a minute. So they pull a ticket and like, Sally Snodgrass, right? And Sally's like, yes, I won. And then the one dude in the back is like, wait a minute. Whoa. Everyone chill the fuck out. Dude, Jim is back at the restaurant right now getting crushed in the kitchen. He was like the sous chef, the executive sous chef. It's like, dude, Jim is working right now. He can't be here.
Yeah, he still wins
right?
the TV.
And they're like, oh, oh yeah, that's kind of shitty. Well, give them both a TV. Right? So I was like, oh my God, dude, he just gave away like $7,000 worth of TV just, like that.
Do another raffle.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, I'm like slipping my name in there. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. It seemed at the time, and still does, super generous. And talk about building a team that wants to rally behind you because you're supporting them and their families and everything like that. So that's what I always found really cool about Kalahari and sort of the idea of Kalahari and Todd and his family, which I think is really neat.
Yeah, 100%. Talking about family, I mean, you get right into it. You are a family man.
I am.
Your wife works alongside you.
Yep.
Bartends. She's awesome.
Yeah, like 17 kids.
We just went there. We just went there a couple weeks ago. She was there. And 3 kids. Three. And one's a newborn.
$2, one son, and I just had my little Liliana in November.
So talk to me about, because man, this industry's famous for it. You get into especially upper management, GM status. You are, I know the amount of work you put in. It's pretty much insanity. How do you balance that?
So it is pretty difficult. One thing that I want to say is my wife is, my rock. She helps me out so much with the kids. She used to work, full time alongside me, but now she just works Fridays and Saturdays. Kind of takes over the bulk of taking care of the kids. And now we have, Aubrey, who's my oldest. She's 6 years old. She's in lacrosse now. So we have mom going to lacrosse practices. We have my son, Liam, who's 3. He just started T-ball. So I'm going to T-ball practices, and we're bringing Liliana with us as well. So it's been kind of difficult to balance that. But we've really done a great job of, where Carrie needs to have her days off, she's taking care of the kids majority of the week. Or if I need to take off a Wednesday or Monday, I was able to really build a strong team around me too. I lost my AGM, Marissa, to B-Lux. She actually got promoted to general manager. So it was kind of myself for a little bit of time. So it was a little bit more stressful, but I just promoted Emma, who's really strong in a leadership role for Double Cut, who kind of helps me out and takes over that role when I need it. And she's stepped up huge. She's been great for us. And, kind of balancing that out is, just money and work is very important, but you also want to spend that time with your family because you can never get that time back.
Never.
And that's always what I've been taught as a young kid, and I kind of instilled that as myself as a father is work's going to get done. If I have to go in early to get something done, or if I have to sacrifice a day to do something for work, that's fine, but I'm going to make sure that I have time for the family and be there for those events, make sure I'm at every practice and sporting events. And down the road I might miss a couple, but it's going to be very minimal to the ones that I'm going to make, and I kind of balance that out as best I can.
Yeah, I'm so happy. You said it 100%, man. The work-life balance. We have to put that in such a priority because it can get, and I get this way. It's definitely a downfall of me sometimes. I can work ad nauseum. And sacrifice some of those things, especially early in my career when I was trying to climb the ladder and really get to where I was, owning a restaurant at 30, whatever. How old was I? 29, 30? Right around your age.
Now?
39. So yeah, I was your age when I took my big leap from GM to the next one. But, I reeled that in because all of a sudden you start looking and, oh, my son's a year and a half. Wait a second. I don't even remember any of this.
It's cliche, but it really just goes so fast. It really does. How fast it happens.
So I'm glad. Yeah, it's good you figure that out because that's so important. Because then that brings stress. Then you're stressed at work, and then you're stressed the second you get home.
And a big thing is time management. Making sure you just do the things instead of procrastinating or getting things done at last minute. Time management. Something might not have to be done for a week, but you're getting that done now, so you can have that extra time to be with your family
and building the team around you.
Yep.
And being able to delegate.
Yep.
Which can be hard at the beginning too, because you want it done your way. Which no matter what, no one will ever do it exactly the way you want.
Yep.
But your AGM can do it damn close.
Yep. Exactly.
And create the same thing.
So.
Right, or build it, and then hopefully it's there, and the way it should be.
Absolutely.
How's your boy doing at T-ball?
He's doing good. If you follow me on Facebook, you've seen some nice swings. He's hitting the ball nice.
Heck yeah, I do.
He's the youngest kid on the team, so it's 3, 4, and 5. So he's really he's doing a great job, and it's awesome to watch.
It's fun to watch, right?
It's so much fun to watch.
My son, because my favorite thing is baseball. We talk about this all the time. And my son's short-lived baseball career, he got hit 3 times in T-ball in the face, and he is now retired. And as did Lyman's kid, Perrin retired for a touch, but Perrin's back.
He's back,
Little League.
baby, in the Little League. Yeah, he's
awesome.
Great. I really hope it's like a budding baseball career starting here because he can hit the ball. He takes direction well.
Yeah.
As far as, like a batting stance and hitting it and throwing it. I mean, he's super accurate. I'm uber impressed with his football throwing skills. So maybe there's a quarterback. I mean, he can whip a spiral at you as you're walking, moving and hit your hands, at 10, 15 yards with a spiral and just... so with the baseball, great catching.
He'll get there.
Not so great.
That's a hand-eye coordination.
But yeah, I mean, he loves it. So that's the most important part is that he's really interested in it.
Yeah. And that's the most important thing. You don't want to force them into it. You want to love it themselves. And
yeah.
when you see how much joy they have playing the game, it's great.
Yeah, he tried wrestling. That he resigned from wrestling right before the end of
his daughter
wrestled and stayed the whole she stayed through the whole season, which is great. So,
that's cool.
And I was a lacrosse player. That was my sport. I finally found lacrosse and played for 7 years.
Yeah.
So I love
that's
lacrosse.
what my wife, she coaches K through 2. She does because Aubrey's in lacrosse and she coached it.
She's from Long Island. What district? But where are you? Where do you live?
Pleasant Valley. So I'm in. It's like 25 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we do the Pleasant Valley. So she does PVE lacrosse. So she's teaching Aubrey, and she took on the head coach because she loved it. She played in Long Island when she was young, and it was huge in Long Island.
Oh yeah,
crazy. So,
I love it. I can't get Eric to watch it, but I think for me, it's probably the most exciting sport.
Yeah.
To watch live or on TV.
And what's crazy is the men's is way different than the women's as well.
Very different, and I like women. Like watching women's lacrosse as well. There are a bunch of women's sports that I find really fun to watch. Like women's volleyball, I think is great.
Well, who doesn't? What man doesn't like women's volleyball?
Well, come on. Take it easy there. Take it easy.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, women's lacrosse, I think, is awesome.
Hey, nice dig.
Look, I'm trying to be sincere here, and you're being such a pig. Such a pig. Anyway, all right, moving on. Lacrosse is great. So.
I love sports. Everything about it. Anything important happening on your phone?
No, just checking on.
Just checking a couple texts. Oh, of course.
So now what? Now you're done working. You have the day off. Nothing's
he's
going
got
on.
meetings.
What are you doing?
Well, today.
No, not today.
You mean on any day?
In theory.
Oh, in theory, I have the day off.
You have Monday off. There's no practices. Right, everyone's chill.
Perfect. Yes, and you have sitters. What's the ideal day? What's the ideal day night with the wife?
Date night.
Yeah.
You just went date night.
Date night would definitely consist of Frogtown Chop House.
Yeah,
that's actually the last date that we had, Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Yeah. We had a really nice time.
Ooh, you went out on Valentine's Day?
Well, not Valentine's Day. A couple days.
The restaurant.
After.
The restaurant.
I was gonna say
the restaurant days.
Was
Valentine's
I here?
Day.
I mean,
you guys were both off. I think it was.
No, I saw you when you were here.
Did you?
I think when you walked.
No, that was a while. I think that was a while ago.
Oh, really?
I don't think anyone was. I think Kara was just here.
Yep.
Heard.
When I came to have.
So you have a good dinner at the Chop.
Yeah.
What else do you like to do?
So actually,
remember the kids aren't listening. So
I don't need that many details, Andrew.
Perfect day would be. Carrie loves going shopping, so take her shopping, let her have fun, do that. And then
don't worry, your wife's not going to listen to this either. So I mean,
all right, go to Yankee Stadium.
There you go.
Go to Yankee Stadium, slug some brews with Eric, and if you want to come too,
there you go.
There we go. Watch the Yankees game, and kind of come home. That's
did you go to Yankee? You go to Yankee Stadium quite a few times, right?
Yes.
Which bar do you like to hit?
I like Yankees Tavern.
Love
Yankees Tavern.
We are so locked.
You guys have probably been there at the same time. I bet.
I guarantee.
We probably have
100%.
You just go in.
They
usually get engulfed.
And they renovated it. It's all.
Did they really?
Yeah, the Yankee Tavern's completely. I'm super excited to see it. I hope it doesn't lose the grunge of the history of that place when you walked in.
I'll never forget when I was in there and just I think we just got Sonny Gray and everyone was just booing the whole entire bar.
Yeah, so it's off. Have I taken the Yankee Tavern? Yeah, so the Yankee Tavern is off the beaten path. So it's like where I like to think it's like the real grunt. Like that's like the fans. I love Yankee Tavern.
That's the only place I've been.
I want to go there right now. Dude, we can go right now.
I've been to two Yankees games.
I wish I would have picked the kids up. The tickets.
They play at 7:00 tonight.
Yeah, and I saw some tickets for like $6.
All right,
Yeah, it's Baltimore. We should just all go down there. Let's go. And then beer, parking, kids hot dog. It's like $750 trip.
Yeah, $800 later, you bought $3 tickets. Great.
Yeah. Hot dogs are like $20.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I don't understand that concept.
You're
but
purely paying for a brand at that point.
yeah, I get it, but
because they pay. What's wild is they pay less for everything you. So when you get a beer there, because they're buying power, they pay less. They don't pay whatever a Miller Lite bottles now. I think it's $1.23 cost.
Their metal cans are gotta be.
They work whatever
45 cents a can,
and they work.
And what do you pay? What do you pay? Like $15, right, for a can?
15,
15.
17?
Yeah, it's like,
Something like
12
that?
to 15, depending on what you get. It's crazy. Bud Light, $15.
How about those margins? Who makes that money? The owners?
that goes directly
the
to
owner of the stadium.
Owners get it. Yeah.
Owners get it.
everything.
Everything, and then obviously it's to help
Massive
pay
paychecks, right?
because you have to pay Stanton.
Oh, sure. The overhead
You're
is
paying Josh
disgusting
Donaldson
too.
$50 million a year. He's not even
crazy. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that helps
insane.
to pay salaries too.
Oh yeah,
Player
That's-
salaries.
It balloons into what probably the whole worth of the team is.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is there one owner of Yankee Stadium?
Oh yeah, Yankees.
Yeah.
It's a Steinbrenner family.
Steinbrenner family. So when
Heard.
George passed away, now Hal
Hal,
kind of
his
takes
son.
over. Yeah.
And then Brian Cashman.
What do you
runs the
think they make?
day-to-day.
What do you think they make a year on the stadium?
Hal? Oh,
Or whoever. I mean,
Oh, what is it? Well, it's the second. Is it? Are we the second or third?
Third.
Third now. Because
mean,
Dallas is second and Man United is first in the world. I think for most valued.
Yes, I think so.
I think we battled those three.
$15-20 million a year.
Well,
goes into
that's what's crazy to me. Soccer is the next.
Oh,
We talk these American sports like it's wow. He's getting 38 million. Dude, you like Ronaldo? His contract.
It's insane. It's insane how much soccer makes.
It's in
because the whole world is watching it.
the world.
We're just thinking about the United States. The whole world,
Right,
is
and it's
literally
not a 50,000 person state. They're packing hundreds of thousands. They're packing over 100,000 into one stadium at premium price, and but they're nuts. Do you watch? Are you a soccer fan?
I'm not a huge soccer fan. I watch it when it's on, but I
I'll watch
really
like
have a team.
World Cup. I'll watch anything. Like I said, I'll watch anything in the great time.
Yeah.
The Olympics. I'll watch all of it.
Because that's
But
like
I'm never watching
all the
skiing.
sports. That the crowd is what drives that too. That stadium is just it's incredible. Any
insane.
soccer game you
remember
watch,
like
it's like,
what were
it's
they?
like a playoff game.
Zuzuzellos. Remember those things that they were whipping around and
No.
Vuvuzelas.
Vuvuzela. Yes. Oh my goodness. Have you noticed? I'm going to totally sidetrack. Have you noticed your guests during post-pandemic? Because I'm calling it now post-pandemic, so we'll call it an endemic. Have you noticed the guests are a little tougher, a little
That's
better?
so weird. I was just gonna.
Are you going to go there?
So
You
weird.
take to the guests that interaction?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
what do you
Let's
know- what
talk
do you
about
know-
guests. I want to hear your most recent Karen guest story.
Get out of my head, bro.
That's exactly what I was gonna say because we have an example, but you go
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. So what do you see?
So definitely great question, guys. We've definitely seen a turn in the guests.
And you're welcome to use actual names.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Blacklist them.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of guests. It's a mixture of things between post-pandemic, between our prices going up. So we probably get scrutinized the most because of our prices. So everything has to be
We're with you.
on point. Yeah, everything has to be on
Are you
point.
30? Are you only 30%?
What, food costs?
Yeah.
Right now I'm at like 40-ish right now.
It's tough, right?
Yeah,
With steakhouse is so tough.
it's so tough.
See, and Eric yells at me all the time, but go ahead.
No, I get it. I understand that, but I do
Okay.
want to keep it right.
It's so tough. So it's to the point where it's like, do we keep raising these prices really high, or do we just take it off altogether? And then you have guests that are coming in that are upset that we're taking it off, but
'Cause I
there's
noticed
other
the
guests that
crab
don't wanna
cake is
pay that.
off. Crab- did I
yeah,
see
crab
that?
cake is off.
Yep.
It's like it's insane.
Oh, we know.
We just put crab legs back on, but the cost keeps rising on that, so we're kind of talking about if we should keep that on. Something that's been tough for us is prime rib. So you cook the prime rib, and then if it doesn't sell, we can't use it the next day. You know?
Yeah, it's right.
It's really hard to
It
use
is
the next
what it
day.
is.
Why,
It's
what do you
like
pay a pound for prime rib right now?
$6.54 a pound. Yep.
Heard. You
So-
buy cases of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
How many cases?
So right now we're only doing it on Saturdays.
Oh.
So now,
So you buy a case.
So we've had to deviate from that. So we were doing prime rib every day.
Where do you get it for $6-7 a pound?
So we get our steaks from Green Tree. That's where we get it. It's based off in New York. So that's where we're getting it right now. Everything's from Green Tree. So it's pretty expensive right now for prime.
I don't know Green Tree.
Unfortunately, I have to pay more than that.
What are you at?
Prime
We're
rib.
at 8, right?
No.
9.
How much you had a pound?
I would have to look it up. It's
So
more than
That's
that,
more than
though.
654.
Oh, yeah.
It says like ballpark, like 656.
So we got to check that, bro. What's up?
What's Green
Let's go to
Tree?
Green Tree. I've never even heard
So
of
Green Tree is a steak company that we use. It's right outside of New York, and we've been doing steaks from them since we opened. We originally were going to do Lynn's Meats in Chicago. It was our normal thing, and then we just kind of deviated from Green Tree. We have a great vendor, Mike, who works with us with prices and stuff like that.
Just steaks.
Oh no, we get our steaks and seafood from him.
Protein.
Yep.
So protein.
and seafood as well from him.
I've never heard of them. That's
Why
weird.
can you not do a crab cake?
It just was being too expensive. Right now, I'm doing like a lump crab enhancement. We're doing it for $25. It's like $25.60 a can.
It's crazy.
It's insane right now for lump crab.
For lump? Colossal? What are we paying Colossal right now, Lemon?
40.
It's just insane.
$40.
Basically $1 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, per lump.
Anyway,
Okay,
yeah,
back
so
to
that's-
yours.
all right.
I need an unruly customer because we had one.
I want everybody that's
We
listening.
just had one, and I think she's
Right,
the one that
but
left
I want
the
everybody.
review.
I want everybody that's listening to understand. Fucking prices are out. The bottom line is
Outrageous.
prices are out of control. Bear with us. We're trying to work through this shit. Anyway, so guess.
Okay, so guess. So I think a mixture of my guess as well is you could drink wherever you want in the resort. You could be drinking at 6 a.m. in your room. You could be getting monster drinks in the water park.
Hell yeah! I mean,
You're coming in already blessed,
Let's
right?
go.
Yeah. Actually, funny story. I had one time. I don't know if you've been there since I put it in, but I know you've been there. That bourbon wall that I have.
Yes.
So I actually had a guest that ate dinner and then came back and tried taking 2 bottles and saying this was complimentary and tried walking out with it. So I had like a huge conversation with that. They thought that display wall was for people to pick up a bourbon bottle and take it back to their room dining with us tonight. The sensible.
come on.
That's the
it's part of
dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. That person was serious too, right?
Yeah, so serious. And that's why I had a conversation with them.
Oh
I'm like,
my God.
this is for display. We're not giving. Oh, and then I had another one. So I had a guest come in.
Did they accept your explanation? And they're like, "Oh, okay."
After a 5-minute debacle, yes, they did.
Really?
Then I'll go back to another story. So
Okay, I'm
I had
listening.
a party of 4, which is 4 people, and they were eating and dining in our bar booth. So I go over. I'm just looking at the table. I see her whip out a Casamigos bottle, start pouring shots at the table
Of her own
and then
bottle
put it
from her
back.
own purse.
Yeah, from her own purse. So I go over to her and I'm like, "I'm sorry, miss. We can't be bringing in our own liquor. It's against
licensed.
It's against the state. You can't
Literally,
just
like,
bring
we
your
shut
liquor to
down.
a bar or anywhere. You got to put that away. I don't understand. I bought this. I'm down here." I said, "I understand that, but we have a huge bar on the left-hand side that you can order from, but you can't bring your Casamigos and start drinking at the table." So then she's like, okay. So then she storms out and she makes a scene in the middle of the host stand. He's like, "Are you happy now?" He's like, and then she's screaming to people that I wouldn't let her bring her bottle into the resort. It's like some of these people just think they're entitled to
It's
stuff like
entitlement.
this.
Oh my God.
And I say this, dude, could it be any more true? We are servers, not servants.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a whole.
So we just had our general manager told us we just had this woman so bent out of shape that we have 3 cameras, right? Just that's normal, standard operating procedure to have a camera in the bar.
Yeah.
There's one camera per room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not over the top, just to cover our ass, right? Like normal.
Yeah. Somebody falls.
No
whatever.
video or no audio recording. Of course, that's
Yeah.
illegal, right?
Yeah.
You can just see in case you have to go back and look and see. Oh, yeah, no, that's not how it was. Or look at a time frame of when this person sat. It's been useful. Oh man, this person did get overlooked for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's happened, very rare, but whatever. So this woman, we have these really beautiful, comfortable booths in our dining room, right? Mm-hmm. You know them, right?
Yeah.
And there's one camera in the corner. She's complaining to the general manager that we have put her near the camera so we can watch her. And that we were profiling her so that we could keep an eye on her. Like someone sitting in the back watching her eat and make sure she doesn't do anything out of line.
What could she? I mean, right. I mean, what do you
But we
steal?
put her
Salt
in
and
this
pepper shaker?
What do you bring, Casamigos bottle?
comfortable, beautiful, comfortable table. Probably one of my number one tables. That's probably one of my top 3 tables in the restaurant that she got sat at, right? And approached in a very timely manner. You know, hey, this is whoever. You know,
so
Sally, can I take your order? You know, nice to meet you.
Generally,
blah, blah, blah.
people want boost over.
She was like, out of
100%.
control. She's like yelling, like, how could you put me here in this table? This is so
brutal.
You're profiling me. Look, I can see the camera. You guys are watching me. I was like, what?
And the GM goes, first of all, I don't ever look at the, you know, like
she didn't even have access to the camera.
Lyman's just sitting there at home, eating his brioche bread pudding.
Potato. Oh,
I'm good. I'm watching everything.
That's the thing with some guests is they say these like absurd things, and sometimes it catches you off guard. It's like,
wait, this wasn't in the manual.
You're like, are you serious? Is this like real? Is this a real complaint here?
Right.
Like stuff like watching on cameras, bringing your own bottle. It's just like things like this. It's like, but they think that that's okay.
And also, and where did that? How? Who? Right?
Yeah.
Whoever thought that you can bring your own? I mean, where does this happen?
Were you a little girl when your dad brought you out and he was bringing bottles
right, and sneaking it? Like what? Yeah. Where did this get there?
Oh, the one guest. This was several months ago, yelling because he walked in on a Friday night and there were no seats at the bar. Right? Great, good for us. Right? The bar is full.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, I called." And they said there were seats at the bar and I could come in and sit there. And she said, well, I'm sorry, sir. The seats at the bar, we've moved to a reserve policy, right? You want to call and guarantee that you're coming and sitting at our seat, we'll make a spot for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then if there's seats available and you walk in, great. If not, well, I called and the person said, just come in. There's no one at the bar. She's like, well, unfortunately, sir, we're very, very busy tonight. You didn't speak to me. Well, I spoke to someone. Right, and he's yelling. And she goes, well, there is, on the other side of town, there is another restaurant with our first name attached to it. It's another Frogtown. Yeah. Totally different establishment, different name, Frogtown Inn, Frogtown Chop House, right? But I called here, and this is unacceptable. This is embarrassing. I brought my friend with me. She's like, sir, I'm not sure how to help you. If you wait, I know this one. No, this is off. It's ridiculous. She's just going on and on. She's like, well, so can you tell me what number you called? And he holds up his phone. I called this number 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Sir, that's not our number.
Well, sir, that's the other restaurant on the other side of town. And walked out, slammed the door, and left.
I think to go off to that, so we do open table reservations. I don't know if you do.
Yep, yeah. We do not. I know the platform.
So they send a confirmation text to the phone. So I think the biggest thing is when the guests come in and they'll show that they booked well, I'll ask them first. We can't find their name, so we say, "Hey, can we just see the confirmation?" We want to bring as many people as we can, but sometimes
of course, I want to serve more people.
No seats there, I can't pull another seat out. That's what it is. So we'll say, "Hey, do you have a confirmation?" Either get sent to your email, your cell phone or text message. So they're like, "Oh yeah, I got it." Boom, and they'll put it right in your face. And I'm like, yep, sir, that's for like 2 weeks from now. So I'm not going to be able to seat you. And they get they just don't understand that. And then I'll try my best to seat them in the moment. But
well, you love that, right? Oh, that table's open. Yeah, I get that table's open. But somebody's sitting there in 38 minutes. Well, we'll be quick. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Buddy, I can't get you in and out of here in 38 minutes, dude. Please. Right. Why do they think, and I want to understand this.
Ooh, can we read some reviews?
Yeah, pull a review out. Right. Why?
I'm gonna read.
Why? I love doing that too.
Do you? I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read a one-star Kalahari.
I'll just go down a rabbit hole.
I do too. I only read the 1 stars and maybe 2 stars.
I have completely. I've stopped.
All right, I'm going to double cut.
Even when I'm sitting at the host stand. And I'll see a lot of people say we have had a great experience. But then the only comments that I'll see for that night are the ones that are bad that weren't even brought to my attention.
And it ruins your day. That's why I'm done with it. Because I know that our big night, right, biggest, 200s, right? Yeah. So I spoke, our team spoke to every guest. I spoke to every guest. Wow, awesome. 99%. Boy, that
nice one on there.
They name you by name.
Oh, they do on this
me?
one? Oh, man. Oh, don't ruin this whole day. He has a meeting at 3 o'clock.
No.
All right, let's go. Read it.
I probably read it already.
You want it? You want me to hit you with it?
Let's read it. Yeah, don't say the reviewer's name, but.
Really? Food was delightful.
Okay.
However, it took 1 hour for it to come out. I'm sure it was probably Saturday night, right, or something, or right?
Well, it shows,
and they didn't say that they got.
It shows what day they visited too,
and they don't say that they got an appetizer.
How do you see what day it was?
Let me see.
No, I don't want to. That's okay. Whatever. It was a week ago. Whatever. You guys are probably busy all the time.
Break. It was spring break, yeah.
Right? And in 1 hour, we just had someone complain that the food took an hour. It was a Saturday night. They sat down.
But you know why people say that too? They think about the time they actually sat down.
Or the minute they walk in the door.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, dude. And what's wrong
or
with
if the reservation at 7:30, they walk in the door at 7:50. They say that they've been there since 7:30.
7:30,
Yes.
and you had an appetizer that came out 15 minutes, and then 25 minutes later, and then 40 minutes rounds up to an hour. I can't stand it.
I can't either. And what's wrong with the fucking experience? Sit down and relax, dude.
Food was delightful. However, it took 1 hour for it to come out. Okay, that first off, that's bullshit. But
yeah,
I would recommend coming on a less busier day. Yeah, me too. John. Thanks. Yeah. Me too. I would recommend for your sake.
And then the problem.
Or be patient on a busy day.
And most of these people are probably people that we squeezed in for the night.
Exactly.
Right. General Manager Andrew is horrible.
Oh, man.
He argued with me as a customer and refused to apologize.
Oh, man.
Wow. Do you remember the guest?
Sounds just like me.
Parentheses. I don't know. Parentheses. Host was great. Exclamation point.
Do you remember the guest?
I do not.
Yikes.
That's
But
very.
yeah, pretty
That's a
good-
very
recently
vague
good reviews.
description.
Well, first of all, how many times? Right. How about this? How many times have you screamed at a guest? Probably never.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So I'm curious what he at that moment is thinking is screaming.
How many times have I got screaming? I guess.
Because you probably had to say, to him, probably had to say something like, "Hey, sir, if you would," because if somebody starts really elevating with me and well, first of all, when you swear, now I start to, you don't treat me like
I'm
that.
like the same way.
What temperature does that look to you? Well, now it's sad a little bit, but I'm going to say it probably came out pretty damn medium rare
medium
when
rare,
it hit
yeah.
the table.
Oh yeah.
By the time this
Heck
person
yeah.
took the picture, right, it may have lost a little of its zhuzh.
A little blood,
right
the
here.
zhuzh.
I don't know. Can you see it? Oh, on there it looks great, right?
What are they
right?
calling
What do they
that?
say?
Extra well?
They say well done.
No, I didn't get there.
Oh, heard.
Ooh, but it ends with a do not recommend. Prime rib not cooked to order. Fuck does that mean? It's not cooked to order, Kyle. No, it's not cooked to order.
You know, a
prime rib is
works.
cooked like hours ahead of time, and you keep it warm all night. Okay, so we'll get past that. Ordered medium rare and got medium. Oh God.
Jeez.
Well, and that ruined your
It's good
experience.
that
That ruined
person-
your experience.
But luckily, this guest knows exactly. I wonder if you asked him the temps.
Right, because the difference between a medium rare and a medium prime
close.
rib, it tastes the fucking same.
Yeah.
Exact same.
It's just God. Oh my God. Okay. Order medium rare, got medium. The manager tried to say they were out, and the server talked to us about it. Management very unprofessional and argumentative. Do you argue a lot?
Andrew is just.
Man, Andrew.
I'm always arguing.
I've never
Do
seen
not
you argue. It's
recommend.
great.
You know what, Kyle? I do not recommend you. Okay.
That's my thing, right? So we had a review.
All right, that's it.
I respond to very few. We have a person that does all.
And then let me say one more thing, because then you go and look at these people, right?
This is Lyman's deep dive.
And 8 out of 10 of the reviews are all one
Always
star.
one.
They just want to
So don't
bash people.
Hey Kyle,
it.
don't
Yeah.
fucking go out.
That's it.
Go
So
crawl in a hole.
So I had this
Go crawl in a hole somewhere and cook your own fucking steak, Kyle.
So I had this.
Argue with all I want.
So I had this guy review brutal. I mean brutal, nasty.
Oh, this is the best response
Nasty.
ever.
And what did- so
Okay, I'll read it.
Oh, here, you can find it. Go find my
I'll find it.
response.
Oh, this
Because
is
sometimes,
the
dude,
best.
sometimes you just can't. I can't deal with it.
I can't. This is. Hold on. Let me get there.
And I get
please. Go ahead,
snarky.
talk.
And I did. I don't remember what I said there.
You're talking about Ron?
Yes, find the wrong one.
I'll find Ron.
But you know what's going to be funny? And we just did it, and this is perfect because I think it's more hysterical to read 1-star reviews.
Yeah.
But you get way more 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
That's the good thing. But like you said, right? You probably don't pay attention to those. You probably go right over those.
Yeah.
No, five
It's
stars.
always
5 stars is
ones,
the expectation.
twos. Yeah, it's
Ones and twos aren't,
Yeah.
so you harp on that and read it. That's
Kyle
why I
just
stopped.
talked about what I do.
Yeah, what the heck, man?
You know?
And I can't believe you screamed them.
Yeah,
I love that he
just
put
screaming
that.
bloody.
You're like,
I
dude,
just threw the prime rib at him too. While I was at it.
I actually ate
I
some
got
of
the
it
tomahawk
threw
going.
it.
I just start slapping guests with it.
Steak slapping people. Oh, just walk around. Oh God, some nights you'd love to just take like a big strip steak and smash people.
Oh, my
across the
God.
face.
While he's finding Ron, what's your favorite item on your menu currently?
Favorite item. If I would go with seafood, I would definitely go with the sea bass.
My wife loves
soy
it.
miso glaze, really good. And I'm always a ribeye guy. Bone in or
Heck yeah.
center cut.
Oh,
It's
come
good.
on. Where are we at here?
Those are two of my favorite dishes on the menu.
Is steak obviously the big thing when from your menu mix? Is that
Yeah,
steaks are what really
it's
are?
always top seller is always filet.
Filet. Oh,
No matter what.
No matter what.
Always filet.
You
Here we go. All right,
yeah,
ready?
you can't change people.
Yeah,
man.
it's just
Here we
always
go.
filet.
This is the Frogtown Chop
This is
House
from
right now.
Ron B. 5 months ago. Hi, I went to with the number 2.
Nice.
I went to the Chop House the other night for the first time. To make a long story short, it sucked. All caps. The mac and cheese had no taste. The burgers were a joke. It was very dark in their dining room, and they were out of a lot of things from the menu. You know, supply chain issues, whatever. I'm going to, with the number 2, to stop here, but I could go on. Believe me. Do yourself a favor. URSELF. Do yourself a favor. Go eat at another place and save yourself the wasted time. Response from the owner, Ron, you suck.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
That is awesome.
I read that because he didn't tell me. Because I'm a deep dive. You know, because I find it really entertaining.
Yeah.
Just the people's psyche. That's why I love.
What's great is seeing the situation and then seeing what they say about the situation. Because
wild.
It's completely different.
And I read that. I read that and laughed so hard because I knew Eric.
Yeah, that was one night. I think I went out or something. Like, I'm in the great. Here I am responding to a review at 11:30 at night after.
Dude, I love that the steak has no flavor. I love
those are always the best ones.
You suck, Ron.
Yeah.
I love the steak has no flavor. Like we put the same seasoning we've had for like a cow. Like different cows taste like. Oh, this one tastes like raspberry.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is a cow supposed to taste like?
Yeah.
It tastes like dead grilled meat.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't love the seasoning, add a little salt to it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why we have nice grinders.
Or
on
like
the table.
sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, it's way too salty," but I'm seeing them grind like a salt.
yeah,
on
hell yeah.
steak.
Oh, it's too
like,
peppery
What are you talking
also
about? Steak
also
has no flavor.
right.
Then order a ribeye.
Yeah.
And then don't complain about it being too fatty.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
that's the
God,
number one
my
thing all the
ribeye is
time.
too fatty. We just had one
All
of
the
those.
time.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing is too is if you just told our service team or our management, hey, this strip steak is gristly. We will get another because every
That's
cut
the
of
thing.
steak is different. We can't.
And we'll get you something brand new.
Whatever you
Make
want.
sure you're
is
happy.
Just yes.
You can't go through the meal, not say anything when we've checked you multiple times.
Multiple times.
Kill us on a review.
Why do you think we don't want? Here's what here are guests that are listening to Restaurant 360. We want to sit you and we want you to be happy.
Yes.
Is that kind of what
That's our number one goal.
That's what we do, right?
We want to seat everyone. We want to feed everyone.
I don't know, dude. I'd rather than be miserable and have a horrible steak that's,
Just scream at
overcooked
Kyle,
and, the
great.
beans were too salty.
Yeah.
Or just say, hey, these beans are a little too salty for me.
Yeah.
No problem. Takes me about 3 minutes. I get you some fresh beans.
Well, dude,
No
I could talk to you all day, but wildly enough, we're 45 minutes in.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we did.
That was quick.
Dude, you're awesome. I love your restaurant, Kalahari.
I've been there 4 times and had a great experience
time
every
every
time.
time.
I don't know if it's because it's me or not, but
Oh, yeah, you're very special. Just toss out.
I don't yell at you guys. I only yell at the guests.
That's right.
thank you.
Just throw out the hours you're open, best way to get a reservation, and all that good stuff.
Open table is always the best route to go. Search Double Cut. You can make a reservation at Double Cut through Open Table. Give us a call, 570-580-6000. You can give us a call, or you can put it on Open Table. We're always welcome to have you. Reservations are recommended. We have gone down to Monday and Tuesday closes. So we'll be open Wednesday through Sunday.
Oh, you only work 5 days a week?
Oh, yeah, only.
You
Yeah.
lucky son of a...
That'll come back.
Yeah,
I'm assuming summer you may reevaluate.
No, probably a little bit earlier than we just this is the first week that we closed.
Was that like a
Monday,
big
Tuesday.
site where you're like, oh, thank
that's
God.
gotta be amazing.
Yeah.
You get to shut it off on Monday and Tuesday, for the
Yes.
most part?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm pretty jelly. I mean, I don't work. I don't
Yeah,
get me
stop
wrong.
it, Lyman. Oh my
But
God.
to not have the restaurant open 2 days a week,
Yes.
honestly, that was one of the things during the pandemic that after so many years in the industry, to be closed a day, we went down we closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then we slowly went back. But to have that day where nothing, your business,
To be off and nothing is going on feels great.
right? There's nothing to
It feels
succeed.
good.
There's nothing to succeed. I get
Yeah.
that, but there is no room for failure.
Yes.
There's no phone calls. There's no this happened, that happened. It's like, boy, what a peace of mind to shut your brain off for 24 hours. So
Hell yeah.
good for you. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Enjoy the kids.
Go Yanks.
Go Yanks.
We're on a tear. I think this is the year. This is the restaurant industry.
He says that every year.
Restaurant 360 podcast, the restaurant industry served raw.